Oh wow, I'm tripping. What's up, Kyle? I thought I had my mic plugged in the whole time. I didn't. I mean, I did, but I just had it muted. I forgot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I like the opportunity maybe for some of these teams to start changing some of the older guard of their squad. Maybe come trade deadline. I think this year there's going to be a lot of movement come February because of those coaching changes.
A chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard in the column, the deadly backcourt pairing. Whiteside is out there with 86, and it's Winslow in at the...
How you been, man? What's been going on?
Hardaway Jr. committed to get inside on that particular play, locked in and shrugging off the defense.
That's a two from Lillard. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Here's Doncic. No good on the shot of the ball that time. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got the fast break chance.
Get the fuck out of here.
Steal. Porzingis gets a two. The shot, no good. And Portland the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Away from home, you got to execute. And they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
And how about the vision there from Doncic?
Been good. Give me Apex. Oh, okay. You straight, man. Oh shit, what's up, Zero? You straight, bro. Yeah, Red Dead 2 ain't nothing new on Red Dead 2 yet. They got the new legendary bounties, but you know those are weekly, but that's it. I upgraded the camp a lot.
Now Berea being a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Trailblazers have gone 2-6 from the Lillard attacking, and he gets the
No, this 2K19.
so a chance at the line for one more.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots.
I don't play 18. I definitely couldn't play 18. I play this. I definitely can't play 18. Let me get the Outlaw Pass. Oh yeah, you better get the Outlaw Pass before I think the last day for it is November 14th or 15th. You got a long time to get it, man. You just gotta play. You just play, or you can buy just buy gold. Shit, fuck it. If you got any treasure maps, that'll help a lot too. You got 2 weeks off. Damn. I wish I could have 2 weeks off of school and middle school and shit in October.
We ain't never had 2 weeks.
Right. 2 weeks. Alright. Shit, the UK where it's at.
Now, here's Doncic. Goodbye, Winslow. Here's Porzingis. The baseline.
He can get this shot anytime he wants.
You bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot.
Here's Whiteside. Arms length from
Yo, 2 weeks are over. What the fuck? What 2 weeks?
Whiteside cannot get to.
When did the kids start getting 2 weeks off in school? In October. When did this start? What the hell? I wish I could have got 2 weeks off in school, man. See, y'all lucky, man. Y'all lucky. Fall break. What the fuck is fall break? What the hell? Oh my god.
Outside.
I wish I would have got a fall break, bro. What the hell?
Portland grabs the miss.
Right now,
Yo, that's crazy.
the team, his shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Portland moving the ball around.
That's crazy, yo.
Outside hood.
Fall break, man.
Lets it fly.
Wish I would have got a fall break in high school. I said high school, middle school.
His first bucket of the night.
Only thing we got in school that was considered a break in middle school was probably like fucking Christmas break, and that was probably it. That and spring break. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, yep. Christmas break and spring break, and that was it. We had our banking days and stuff like that. Started way back in the old days with when kids would go out and pick potatoes. Dude, pick potatoes. Who picks potatoes in October? Farmers. Never mind. I answered my own question.
And a lot of defensive metrics, great rebounders, and good job in challenging shots. They play in a bit of a
Your winter break is in a couple of weeks.
and not overextending themselves.
It's not even winter yet. What? Oh my god. Yeah, y'all lucky, man. Y'all lucky.
Mavericks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since they
Y'all got it good.
Doncic kicks to right, and there's the pass to Doncic. He nails it. We're tied up.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
Simons. Portland again. Miss it. Mavericks have gone 6 of 13.
Said my winter break in a couple of weeks. My winter break started.
Pass to Brunson.
I'm trying to think, when did our winter break start? When we was in middle school. It damn near started towards the middle of December.
There's Hood. There's a nice one-handed
A week or two before Christmas.
For the layup that time, I think there were intentions from Rodney Hood to get all the way to the rim.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
But like,
Bogdanovich passes to
my next break is on December 23rd. After this.
23 seconds left to play in the first.
Yeah, that sounds about right about the time. That sounds about right. Around the time my Christmas break starts now for kids in school in my city.
But once Bazemore gets the ball off the pass, he immediately skies up for the jump shot and nails it. You like to see that kind of assertive, aggressive, confident attitude.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis.
I just haven't heard of fall break, man. Fall break is new. Fall break is just new as fuck.
So it's Damian Lillard making things
Man,
for the Portland Trailblazers.
fall break.
With 9 points in the quarter that he is having all.
I'm gonna tell the boys I work about that one tomorrow.
The leadership mantle, something that
I ain't never heard of nothing called fall break. That's crazy.
When things go bad, people are going to look to you first.
right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence.
You into NFL? Yeah, you have. No, I'm not really a football fan, but my friend is right here next to me. He playing 2K. I'm not that much of a football person.
Podcast so far.
I tried to get into it, but just couldn't.
And taking
It's not for me.
Trailblazers performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing right?
Hustling on that offensive glass, and that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
They've got Measury. He's out there with Boban Marjanovic. Doncic out there with Wright. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Baseline jumper. And they pick up 2.
Patriots.
Brunson's got his first 2 points of the night.
His release
Patriots.
so smooth from the mid-range. Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense. Now in his 7th year with the Blazers, has a lot of success with Coach Stotts.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Doncic dishes to Wright. About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And good that time. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the season.
Yeah, my guy supports the Patriots.
Not the Redskins.
How close it was in the Western Conference.
Yeah, Redskins is
I like
weird.
Adrian Peterson.
Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster.
Yeah, I think he's
Somehow
awesome.
Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision. They saw through that and he's back for this season.
Bazemore, no one around him. And Portland again with the bucket.
Much
Nobody win more than the Patriots, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Patriots. Every time I hear something about football, it's always about the Patriots winning or something like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. It is always about the Patriots every time I hear about football.
No doubt about it. Trailblazers leading by 7. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in
There we go.
years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowed.
Correa gets to right, 6 on the shot clock. A 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting.
Gotta cut this part because it's already ripped.
The defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open.
My broadcast cracking right now.
Portland's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers.
1-5, coach gets fired. Things are going well.
Now right defender. Kicks it out to McCollum.
I do not know the answer to that question, Kyle.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
I honestly couldn't tell you the answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Inside Hardaway. Dallas again missing.
They call whooping your child abuse now. You know that shit against the law, bro.
Whooping your child is against the law now?
Swear to God.
That's dumb.
You cannot whoop child with belt.
That's why we got school shooters now.
Over right.
People don't abuse the people. Not I said abuse. People don't discipline their kid, their child.
Dallas Mavericks. Right side. From 13 feet, it goes down.
All right.
Here's McCollum. He picked up 18.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. That's beyond stupid. I could see literally abusing your kid, but whooping your child should not be considered child abuse at all.
When he is feeling one of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
And with McCollum's exposing this break, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And I thought he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time. McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And the Mavericks call time here. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Good physical.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. And last year we saw,
Regardless of size.
injuries to every position. The key guys. Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
And a terrific bit of chaos.
Don't turn this for a while.
Dunked on somebody.
Yeah. Some of the viewers can know what the fuck really happened. But
Damn. Straight bammed on his ass. Get him out of here. Put him on the bench, coach.
Correa kicks to Porzingis. 1:57 left in the second quarter. Count the basket.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and he just used his size as his advantage on the layups.
Here's Lillard, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Lillard's got 13.
Well, we just see this time and time again from Damian Lillard, a quality decision on the pick and roll.
On the way from outside, gets in. It's his third field goal in the game. He's 3 for 5.
And the shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Porzingis with the block.
Good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan. Kristaps Porzingis.
Correa against Lillard. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Correa. Column up top, guarded by Wright.
Tell him no.
Bro. You got 2K20? No. Oh yeah, no, I definitely don't got that. I'm gonna get it though. I do want it. I'm probably gonna get that after I get wrestling 2K20.
Poked away, stolen by Winslow. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The Mavericks pull it in.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Porzingis can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Good on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now, here's Correa.
I'm trash at 2K.
The only way to get better is to play it.
It's only, yeah, I was about to say the only way to get better, bro, is to play the game, bro. You gotta learn the game at some point. Shit.
To the inside.
And it changes every year, so you get new. Everybody got like a fresh start. It's always a learning curve. They kind of change controls, like they don't never leave the league, so.
Here's Porzingis. And so is Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect.
We used to play the old 2K with Squish Parker version.
Standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
We used to stay on the old 2K every day.
And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a minute.
Remember Nudie made a team full of Andre Iguodala's? Just a bunch of letters and shit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, my team. Hey, my team.
Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points.
So we got all Andre Iguodala with the team.
I forgot all about that, bro.
Nobody else
But Andre Iguodala. That damn near was his favorite player and shit. He just didn't want to say nothing.
Andre Iguodala.
Oh man, my little brother funny. Killing me, bro.
You seen how he dunked one time in the game? Ooh, I'm gonna get all of him. I'm gonna get all of him on my team. Yeah, he can shoot.
We'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
On the floor for Portland. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. NBC is out there with Whiteside, and it's Winslow in at the 3. On the way, no good. Trailblazers leading by 13. A 3 from McCollum trims the 3-pointer. McCollum's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Trailblazers.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual.
Bucks, tell them Bucks and Lakers.
Bucks and Lakers, bro.
You know, we from Milwaukee, the Bucks down there on top in the East.
Yep.
This got his first 3 points of the game. So
so many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in.
I've always been a Lakers fan, but the Bucks kind of grew on me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Over these past couple of years, the Bucks been doing better and better. So.
And we got the MVP.
It's lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious.
Giannis
to try
just
to
made
make
the
something
Bucks worth
happen
watching.
out there. This is
Yep.
about the team, not about you.
You know he gonna dunk on somebody every fucking game.
Every game, every single game.
Just 5 to shoot. And that's dunked by Porzingis.
Porzingis not thinking twice, saw the gap, got in there, and scored. One thing about Porzingis
Knicks.
last year that we saw, the departure of Carmelo Anthony, is could you...
I ain't heard nothing about the Knicks in a little minute.
To shoulder the offensive load, he was phenomenal in that role last year before the injury. So out on the perimeter, above the rim, finishing off breaks, he's capable.
Loaded in scoring. Fires for three.
This is real cool.
Gotta hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4.
They just look cool.
Know they gotta be better.
Fucking good.
Passes the Durant.
I guess if you're in the orange and that type of weird stuff.
And so Lillard will
Probably.
Portland. Next matchup, they'll be
You like the color orange, bro?
That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Let's talk about team defense, Brett, to develop trust. It seems like guys got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first started saying that I didn't play any, but the second
They're wrong.
the second
They
thing that
are
we
wrong.
get, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is
Tom,
talking
man.
about really how
I'll see
future
if you want to
good
do it.
defense can be. You talk
Oh yeah, that's probably why you like that ass, then. Shit, they got your favorite colors on the team.
You don't like them because they're good. That damn crazy. That's a damn sure.
Dead.
knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sense as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon. But that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep the crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy, and that was easy.
And stolen by Bazemore. That one, no good.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Inside is Porzingis. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Porzingis has got 12.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Hardaway with the steal.
That's what he said.
There's Thompson.
That's it.
To the paint.
Go catch some sleep. Who the hell? Motorhead. What the hell? North Carolina. All right, man.
Down in the corner here, this fantastic shooting the ball here. 1 second.
Get some sleep, man.
Lacking confidence this quarter.
Hardaway, no good. Trailblazers leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Little. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one. Flat out missed it.
To the paint. Stolen. Right side kicks to Hood. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Not enough on that one as it misses. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Got that one up quick. Brunson's got a second bucket of the night.
Oh, he had it spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
And the rejection by Marjanovic. To Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. the way for three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 and a half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
And that one drops for him. He has 6.
He's more wiry, and when he gets on the inside, I like where he finds the space to finish at the rim.
Here's Doncic. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. An offensive rebound.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Brunson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Hood. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player. A lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
Wright finds Mesri. Doncic with it. Olynyk is covering. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 6.
Great ball movement there.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. He dishes it to Olynyk. No good on the 3. Average field by 5.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
McCollum against Wright to the inside. Correa. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one out of limit.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game. And both free throws good for Correa.
Damn.
Here's Simons. Shoots over Correa. And big time. Also a missed shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Portland out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They got Wright. Doncic out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Mesri. And it's Correa in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Inch shot. Powell the pass to Correa.
Go get this.
The game has been very
Oh,
close. And a lot of
it's
their
okay.
rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's McCollum to the paint. Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Did he say gonna or finna be wide open?
You want to be wide open.
Oh, I was about to say.
Finna be wide open.
I was about to say. Since when did NBA start using slang?
And the Mavericks get it out of
Slang ever get incorporated when they got black people.
Right.
Old basketball players and shit.
I don't know about you, but
Oh, well, though.
in the corner. And it's off.
Let me put it to you like this.
Correa looking over the floor.
Lazy as hell.
I could imagine a black commentator saying some shit like that too.
You got Stephen A. Smith shit. You going to Shannon Sharp.
He said, oh yeah, he was like, stop smoking crack. Stop with the weed.
Took a lot of energy just trying to even things up. We'll see if they have enough left in the tank to finish the job.
I should have let you roll this one, but it's all right.
You fucked it up. What was it, a wood?
Nah. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with myself.
You fucked up the wood.
I'm gonna be real with myself. I'm over here lying to myself and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what happened?
Your mouthpieces gotta be tough.
That's my only struggle with backwoods is tucking the actual mouthpiece.
Look.
I can roll and shit, but tucking the mouthpiece is the hardest part for me.
Like this. Take it and push it. It's like you roll it into it like that.
Oh, okay.
You gotta push it down. Like that, see?
I got you. Am I home now? I don't have the.
You ever get through the Beyond Draft?
She's still got me blocked on the phone, and then I inboxed her on Messenger, but I don't care if she see it or not.
I'm mad she got you blocked like you actually did something to her, bro.
Right, bro.
I would be retired like that, though.
Carrie just asked me in my home. Yeah. No, I texted her and I gave her an update today, telling her that I have my payment for last week, but it's just not in cash. Well, I was telling her now that it's not in cash. I was telling her that I got the 200, but it's just not in cash.
That one falls, so it's both of them.
We're still waiting.
You don't accept cash, do you?
From the line.
You don't accept cash nowhere, do you?
I don't think so. Not that I know of. I wouldn't even give her my rent money in cash because there's no way to prove it to her that I gave it to her. I don't do that. I'm sorry, Carrie.
They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here in shows.
I get it, y'all want y'all money, but
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Oh, she right here.
you have cash. No, I don't have cash, Carrie.
What's working? He says they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside.
I do not have any cash. My payment is put to the side.
Here's Doncic. In the dunk by Doncic.
It's official. All the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up, folks. We've got a new ball game.
And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break to take the lead. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavericks.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort.
She really just be misreading everything I say.
Timeout called by Portland.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's playing power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
I'm gonna tell her I'm gonna try to get the money order tomorrow.
Just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just
I'm gonna tell her I will get the money order tomorrow.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Porzingis.
Cause I already see it's a problem. I'm just telling her I'm getting the money order tomorrow.
And with Porzingis having the ACL tear brace,
She wants you to have cash.
Why can't you get the money from your debit card? I can bring it from my.
You tell her you can send it to her account.
I think if anything, his
Tell her that.
offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the clock.
just 5 on the clock. Drills the three-pointer. And the Mavericks varsity by 3.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second. But you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
So I use an online banking service that doesn't have a branch.
You got a Cash App?
Yeah.
She ain't got Cash App?
I don't think so.
Ask her, bro. Cause can't you send? Can't you Cash App accounts? Send money to accounts.
I know you can. I haven't tried that. That I haven't tried.
I think you can. That's what I was saying. You could probably still send her the money though. Cause like, how would you transfer that money to an account? You can transfer it to her account.
Oh no, I see what you're saying. I had to put her bank information on there and then transfer it out that way.
Yeah, that's simple. Route number and whatever number.
I don't think she'll trust me with that shit. You know, lie.
A route number is nothing but pretty much the number for your bank, and then your account number is nothing but like you wouldn't be able to get in with that, get in their shit with that.
True.
That's just information to send money. Like whenever you send somebody some money to their account, bro, you need those two types of information.
Yeah.
It's not like they password and that shit.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man and more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Now McCollum, and they pick up 2.
And he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Dallas calls timeout.
Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game. Kristaps Porzingis.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tim Hardaway Jr. stepped in for Dallas.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
Here's McCollum. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another. You need both elements working together.
That's McCollum in the corner.
Dude said my BF baby mama ugly as fuck.
Nice sweep that time for McCollum.
Why you say that, Tay? Why you own that with him in this BM?
Picks to Porzingis. With the fadeaway. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
Excuse me.
Portland keeping it alive, and it's
HBO Plus. Listen, I said I was gonna get Disney Plus no matter what. I'm sick of it. I'm done with streaming services. I got Hulu, I got Netflix, I got HBO
What's one more streaming service?
X-Men 1992 might be arguably the greatest superhero cartoon of all time.
Facts.
Cyclops married to Jean. Does she
This
love
is cheating out the game.
who also loves her back? But guess what? They can't be together because she gotta be with Cyclops. But who loves Wolverine? Rogue. But they can't be together because he loves Jean. But who loves
Take me off
Rogue?
the fucking
Damn it.
screen.
But they can't be together when she took the gloves off and sucked his powers down. That was
Take me
my
off
first
air,
soap
bro.
opera. Previously.
Take me off air.
It was great. I was like, man,
Fuck, bro, 2K's on me.
but I want to show my kid. And then I start poking around one day, I'm on the doggone Disney Plus. They went all up into my childhood. Boom, Sister Act 2 back in the habit. Sister Mary.
Whoa.
Darkwing Duck 1991.
They got Sister Act on there.
Darkwing Duck. Come on, you don't have to watch Darkwing Duck.
I'll take you offline.
Children about to grade it. Tailspin, wheel. I think I just really want to watch these for the
It's all good, bro. I lose online too. Shit, I don't care.
Oh my god.
Ooh. I seen it.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? This is the first time I felt like I could be in love with a cartoon character. And I'm sorry, you know, I love black women. She was a white woman. But there was just something about Jessica Rabbit.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 motherfucking K. Take me over there, bro.
I gotta get up out of here.
It's alright, bro. This is the content that people need to see. When games like that, or when the game just start, you know, cheating you and shit. You start having a bad game, shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Can't be all good.
When I simulated, fucking bust their ass.
Dang. Be like that. 2K do be on that, man. That's 2K for
Broken
you.
right ankle.
Dang. Bro. What the hell does GMFU mean?
Good morning, fuck you.
Oh, I'm dead.
Give me food. Up.
Give me food up. You goofy motherfucker, you. That's the only thing I can think of too. I don't know. And the Zodiac itself. Shit, like, all I said to that was chill. I don't even understand what that meant. Female's weird, bro. When the dab you took was hotter than Satan's ball sweat, and you gotta use all your mental power to keep your lungs in one place, I'm dead. I ain't never hit a dab like that before, but
Dab ain't no fucking joke.
for real, I gotta film that for the first. I gotta film that then. I got to. I do not want to see that, man. I do not want to see that shit, bro. They about to ruin Spider-Man, bro. Fuck, man. Fucking Sony, bro. Disney need to hurry up and buy Spider-Man from them before they do that shit, bro. I want to see Venom and Spider-Man fight too on the big screen again, but I want to see it done right. I don't want to see characters just thrown into shit, bro, for no reason, bro. There's literally no reason for Venom to fight Spider-Man at all, bro.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from We Are not shy about putting pressure on the front office, DA. Thanks.
Sony.
We're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Fucking money hungry ass motherfuckers, man. But that story is not gonna be good at all. First Venom was straight trash. Eddie Brock was a bitch, bro. An entire bitch.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ayton is up there with Dario Saric. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Oubre in at the threesome. Well, Damian Lillard has...
The only thing that I thought was somewhat decent in that movie was how they designed Venom. And that was probably it, bro. Lie down there. The look of Venom was it. That was it. And then the last fight of the movie, you barely could see, bro, because everything was so dark, bro. Then they had these, it was at night, bro, it was raining. And then they had these big 2 black ass symbiotes, bro, fighting, bro. You couldn't see shit, bro. Not a damn thing. Then they turned Venom into some fucking anti-hero, bro, and he's a fucking villain, man. Then they gonna have somebody named Woody Harrelson, bro, play Carnage, bro, and have him wear, he had some wig on, bro, and it looked goofy as hell. He looked goofy as a bitch playing Venom and playing Carnage. I'm happy we're gonna finally see Carnage on the big screen, but I'm not happy the way it's going. It's not how it should be.
Here's ABC, covered by Sharich. Here's the Suns with the ball.
And then yeah, it also doesn't make sense how Carnage is going to be there in the first place, because they killed all the other symbiotes. They were literally the last remaining symbiotes. Oh god, more plot holes.
Some solid defense from Sharich.
Boy, they wanted to hit the ground running today, but it hasn't happened. Just 1 for 5 from the...
Oh boy. Sony. Man, that movie gonna be ass. movie's gonna be ass. I'm definitely not gonna want to see Venom even in the MCU now. That's crazy. Because of that shit. That's sad. Let me see the lighter.
Looking at the numbers for Lillard, he's coming off an excellent season, putting in about 27 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. He has been.
And then the Hulk, he's a whole different story. I lost faith in the Hulk after they started pulling that bullshit with him getting his ass beat by Thanos. I know he can't beat Thanos in the comics. I know for a fact the Hulk cannot beat Thanos in the comics. That's a fact. But depending on how angry the Hulk is, Hulk has the potential to beat Thanos. If Hulk went Worldbreaker Hulk, which is the second strongest version of him in the comics, he could beat Thanos. That's kind of the direction that I thought they were going to go in with Hulk, because of the whole Hulk going to a whole different planet and shit in Thor 3. But yeah.
There's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and
And plus, Thanos already had the Power Stone, so it wasn't no way Hulk could beat Thanos anyway. At that point. But in Endgame, Hulk should have been a beast. Hulk should have been pissed the fuck off. Hulk should have been at that level to where he could have been Worldbreaker Hulk. Because half the universe died, he got his ass beat by Thanos, and he didn't want to come back out. So it was kind of partially his fault too. So he should have felt some animosity, some anger towards that shit. Not some kumbaya bullshit that Bruce Banner put in the Hulk and subsidized his anger for some peace and shit. Professor Hulk should have been in the movie halfway through it, and then it should have switched back to Savage Hulk. Right after yep, they should have switched to Savage Hulk at the end of Endgame, or doing the time travel shit. Yeah. You still ain't seen Avengers 4, have you? Money.
Well, yeah, I seen it.
Okay.
I seen most of it at least.
Yeah. Do you see the end?
Yeah, I seen the end, but I ain't seen I ain't see the middle piece, like between the end and the middle.
Oh, so you didn't see like how they went back and?
Yeah, I saw how they got defeated and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, how they got the stones was probably like the most interesting part of the story. Well, the movie, I ain't gonna lie.
Living normal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude ain't shit without the songs.
No, in the movie they kind of did him kind of an injustice, because he actually does have powers in the comics. Like he can shoot beams and all that extra shit, shoot energy beams and shit like that. That's probably like the only power that they didn't give him, because I think he did regenerate. He had to. He had some kind of regenerating power. They just didn't show it, but he did.
He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Azemore misses. Feeds it to Booker. And he banks in the layup. 10 points.
But yeah, they kind of did build him around having the Stones during the movie, which kind of didn't make sense.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
He was beating the fuck out of their asses though. I ain't gonna cap. He was beating the shit out of the Avengers. Captain Marvel ain't that strong though.
Huh?
Captain Marvel ain't that strong. Ain't no, I'm talking about not Captain America, Captain Marvel, the girl with the girl that came in destroying the ship at the end of the movie and shit like that.
Captain Marvel was a dude though.
No, Captain America is a dude. Captain Marvel is the girl that was flying with the gold glow around her and shit.
Even in the game, Captain Marvel wore like a red thing with both.
Oh, you're talking about that Captain Marvel. It's two different Captain Marvels. The one you're thinking about is in DC, and the one I'm talking about is in Marvel. That one came first though.
That's the Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's the Captain Marvel that came first. That was the one that was created first in the comics.
The electricity power.
Shazam! Not that one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that was in Endgame. She had Thanos on his knees and she was holding him, and she had her hand like this. She's never that strong, bro. She's never that strong. Now Scarlet Witch, the one that was holding Thanos up with her powers and shit, the red powers, the girl, she's that strong. She can do that. She's an Omega level mutant. She can alter reality. Well, she's not really a mutant, but her brother, Quicksilver, the one that died in Avengers 2, he should still been in that shit. I ain't gonna cap. They should have brought him back in Avengers 4. They should have went back to Avengers 2, stopped him from dying, stopped Hawkeye from dying.
He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
But they're bringing him back in Doctor Strange too. The fast dude, the one of super speed. Bringing him back. Because they can use him. They could always use him. I don't know why they killed him off. It was so stupid in the first place. I hope they don't just bring him back like momentarily. I hope he like comes back and sticks around. Like I hope they find a way to revive his ass. Like I really do. Deadpool is rumored to be introduced in that movie too, into the MCU. Cause you know since they bought Fox, they got all the X-Men and stuff back. X-Men, the Fantastic Four. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them Fox X-Men movies was pretty trash. Pretty trash. The last one they took out the theater, she was doing so bad.
Well, everything starts with a great game, right? That's really pretty.
And Lillard kicks it to Basin. Again, missing.
And a really
Damian Lillard. Bam.
Checked in, and for the Suns, Aaron Baines is checked in free, as Johnson is attacking.
He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stump to get the 2 points.
Why do I keep taking my phone off the fucking charger? Keep doing that shit.
That's his first foul. Skibitsky. Johnson outside.
Be sure to follow me on Instagram. There you can hang out with me and talk to me directly. As you guys can see, I have a visitor behind me. I have a visitor here. Okay, we get to keep her, right? It's been 14 days since she showed up on our back door, and we get to keep her. For those guys who don't know, like Mariah was streaming on Twitch, right, on Codes, where she does her cooking and she cooks out of video game themed cookbooks. She was finishing up her stream, and like a cat just showed up on the back doorstep, and we were just like, what? And it was kind of crazy because it was like, well, this is pretty awesome. So we took it to the Humane Society, and it wasn't microchipped. And they're like, well, you have 14 days for the original owners to claim it, and if the original owners don't claim it, then it's yours. You can have it. And 14 days passed 2 days ago. Actually, probably about 4 days ago. So like it's been about 18 days. So she's officially ours now, and she is a hellion. She's adorable, but she is a hellion at the same time. Which, by the way, I took my pre-workout, and it's starting to kick in. So I'm probably going to be running like 1,000,000 miles a minute in this video. Just FYI, just so you guys know, Thanos created mutants, but not intentionally. Okay, so how does this work? Like, how does this theory work? Thanos basically creating mutants. How does all this come to a head? Okay, so in Marvel Comics, this is going to seem like a crazy theory, right? This is going to seem absolutely bonkers. There is a kind of theory running around that's similar to this, except it's really based more on the Reality Stone, and essentially saying that, like, with Thanos doing what he did, it just, reality was manipulated in such a way to where either he willed mutants into existence, or they came into existence on their own. People just started developing X genes, different things like that, like just kind of modified their genes and sort of went forward from there. This was a little bit different, right? The idea behind this is that all this ties into the events of Operation Galactic Storm. So what is this? What's Operation Galactic Storm? What's the basis behind this story? Well, as we know, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they love taking the idea of existing stories or names and then changing them into something else, but keeping the name the same, right? For example, the Russo brothers had made a statement at one point saying that there was no story in Marvel Comics called Endgame, right? That's not true. There's actually an X Factor story called Endgame, where X Factor and the the villain of Apocalypse, or the villain Apocalypse, in order to save the life of Nathan Summers, who goes on to become the character of Kate. Right? So, like, we know that story exists, and so just kind of applying that to an Avengers story, and then going forward and calling it a day, is what the Marvel Cinematic Universe likes to do. And so doing the same concept with Galactic Storm really makes sense. So Galactic Storm was a story that was written in Marvel Comics back in the day that centered on a war between the Kree race and the Shi'ar Empire. Now, you guys have heard of the Kree. Now, you've seen Captain Marvel, you guys know what the Kree is. It's just a race out there that exists in the universe and has a great big, huge, expanding empire. The difference between the Shi'ar Empire and the Kree Empire, or even the Skrull Empire, is that the Shi'ar is not a singular race, right? There's a whole bunch of different races, all of whom swear allegiance to whoever's running the empire at the time. When the Shi'ar first popped up in Marvel, I want to say it was D'Ken, and then after D'Ken, it was his sister Lilandra, and then after Lilandra, it turned into maybe Warbird, I think, like Lilandra's sister Warbird or whatever it was. And then I think more recently it's been Gladiator, it's been Kellogg, right? Not Kellogg, not the cereal company. But it was Kellogg, who was a strong, basically like Marvel's version of Superman, except that his powers are tied into his confidence. So the less confident he is, the less powerful he becomes. And so because of that, the Shi'ar really kind of stands alone in terms of the nature of his empire and how it functions. But the idea behind this was that at some point in the early days, or not really even in the early days, sometime in the past of the Kree Empire's existence, the Supreme Intelligence, which is kind of their religious leader / combination of all the smartest minds minds that have ever existed in the Kree race, had basically tasked one of their members to travel to a place called the Citadel of Light and Shadow. Now, the Citadel of Light and Shadow is home to a place called the Crystal of the Ultimate Vision. Sometimes it's called the Crystal of the Final Vision, but whatever it is, those individuals who were able to use the power of the crystal basically get like cosmic awareness and a vast amount of power, right? Like omnipotence, essentially. The idea behind this is you can't just walk in and take it, right? I mean, it's not a baseball sitting on the ground. You know, it's not like you go and you pick up the crystal and then horns blare and confetti falls and congratulations, you've achieved omnipotence. Have fun. It doesn't really work that way, right? That's not how the crystal works. Instead, what it does is it like gives you a whole bunch of different like tests, things like that. Just getting into the Citadel in itself is hard enough, let alone making your way through the Citadel and then finally getting to the crystal. But the final test of the crystal is what always ensnares people. It's what always catches people. And the reason why is because those individuals who know about the crystal of ultimate vision are really kind of entranced, and they're drawn to it because of the power they can possess. And they can basically use it and say, I can do anything I want to. I can become God. And their motivations are usually selfish in nature. These are either the motivations are based on like making their race all powerful or making themselves all powerful. And so what happens is when a person approaches the crystal and tries to grab it, the crystal will basically analyze their deepest desires. And if the desires are inherently selfish in nature, which is to say they want to use the crystal for their own personal goals, then the crystal will freeze the entire evolutionary process of their race, right? Like their race will never progress further along the evolutionary line. It'll stay exactly where it is. They can still procreate, they can still have kids, different things like that, but they'll never reach the next state, meaning that their lifespan is basically cut short. That eventually their entire race will die out before it should. Those individuals who don't want to use the crystal for nefarious purposes, who don't want to use it for selfish purposes, who want to like help the universe or something along those lines, ultimately they end up putting it back anyway because it's just such an extreme amount of power. Right? We saw that in the Uncanny X-Men story with Wolverine. He got the crystal, he achieved like cosmic awareness, he was omnipotent for a short amount of time, and he's like, this is just too much power for one person to possess. I don't want this, and he ultimately put it back. Ultimately, when that happens, the crystal will kind of reward you, you know, cosmic awareness, a short amount of omnipotence, and then of course it will go back to being its normal form. What ended up happening is this member of the Kree race took the crystal, or at least tried to attain the crystal with selfish intentions, right? Basically moving the Kree race to a point where it could become dominant. You know, it could really kind of, I guess, implement its dominion over the entirety of the universe. And the result was that the crystal of ultimate vision froze the evolutionary race of the Kree. That's why they hadn't really progressed or really changed at all. All that came to a head during Operation Galactic Storm. During this story, the Kree initiated a war with the Shi'ar, knowing that the Shi'ar would eventually detonate a negabomb. Right? The negabomb is basically a bomb based off the negabands, which essentially are like a portal or kind of like a vector of sorts for antimatter energy. The long and short of it is that like if you detonate them, like if you rip them open, it's an insane amount of power that would come out, right? And that was the nature behind the negabomb. If it was detonated, it was enough to wipe out an entire star system, and it did, right? Like I mean, it literally destroyed billions of the Kree Empire, and it actually, I think it wiped out like 99% of the race or something along those lines. But the Supreme Intelligence was gambling on that, and the reason why is because when that happened, the natural response, the response of nature itself, was to push the Kree into its next evolutionary state. Right? It was basically say, okay, we're going to progress along the evolutionary chain, and the result is that the Kree have been basically evolving ever since. What I'm saying is take that concept and apply it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That when Thanos popped up and Thanos wiped out half the life in the universe, that of course half the life on Earth was gone, and the natural response of losing half its population was nature itself basically just said like genes are going to start manifesting now, right? And it's not even that genes appeared for the first time. They had always been there, and they just started activating because of it, right? Because say, for example, that what Marvel does is with the Eternals movie, they basically give us the end comic book origin of mutants through the Eternals film, right? Because for those of you guys who don't know, and we've talked about this a bunch of times before, so bear with me if you've heard this, but for those of you guys who don't know, basically when it comes to the Eternals, they're one of three groups, right? It's really kind of like a trifecta group. And the reason why is because in the early days, you had what were called the Wanderers. And the Wanderers were basically like the missing link between primates and modern man. And so what ended up happening is the Celestials visited Earth in the very early days, or really, not even the early days, like 30,000 years ago. So they were kind of, it was relatively recently in comparison to like the entire history of the world. But they visited Earth about 30,000 years ago. And what they did is they took this group called the Wanderers and they split them into thirds. One third basically had their genes modified to where they essentially became angelic in nature, right? Like, they were like angels, right? They could fly, they could tap into cosmic energies, all kinds of cool stuff, and they were called the Eternals. The second group had their genes destabilized, meaning we didn't really know what the after effect or what the ramifications of that was going to be. What ended up happening is they became really grotesque in nature, right? They were basically like monsters or troll-looking things, and they, for the most part, resided underground. But they also had a half-life, meaning that every generation that came after lived shorter than the generation before. They had like a shorter lifespan than the generation before. And then the third group had their genes modified so that somewhere along the line those genes would manifest, and then they would start developing powers, right? So it was basically an X gene, which gave birth to mutants. Now, those genetic modifications were also used to explain why it is that Bruce Banner became the Incredible Hulk instead of like a giant mass of tumors. You know, why it is that Steve Rogers was able to essentially be blasted with like radiation and given the super soldier serum and become Captain America instead of like dying some horrendous death, or something along those lines. And so it was basically that these genes were modified in a way to where they would lend themselves to developing powers or develop powers outright through the next gene. And so what I'm saying is that if they decide to go with that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, then what it means is that since the Celestials had arrived on Earth, and since the creation of the Eternals, the creation of the Deviants, and the modification of genes have been waiting to be activated, is really all it is. Now, you could go the Ultimate Universe route, where it basically turns out that humans activate those genes, and the activation process is synthesized and is spread throughout the world, and genes pop up. Or they could go with this one, in addition to Litany and others, they could go with this one and basically say that when Thanos wiped out half the life in the universe, half the life on Earth was gone. And nature's reaction was to basically hit the panic button and say, like, okay, push, and basically started activating all these genes, and in turn, like, all these mutants started popping up all over the place. The question you have to ask here, this is where things don't really make a whole lot of sense, the question you have to ask here is between the events of the end of Infinity War and the start of Avengers Endgame, we got 5 years. And so while we didn't really see a whole lot of what happened during that 5-year window, it was focused largely on the Avengers. The question is, like, wouldn't we have seen some kind of reference to the fact that, like, mutants are among us, or people with extraordinary abilities are popping up, or something along those lines? They could not do that and just say, like, that was all just focused on the Avengers. Now let's focus on that 5-year gap that basically introduced X-Men and mutants and so on, right? I mean, that's literally what you could do. You could do like an X-Men film, and you could basically say X-Men 1 takes place in that 5-year window when half the life in the universe was wiped out, right? And like, now that everybody's basically returned, half the population returns only to find out that, like, there's all these mutants around here now. Like, nobody knows how to cope with them or anything along those lines. They're blamed for the fact that half the life in the universe is wiped out because, a lot of people knew about Thanos, but they didn't really know the ins and outs of it in terms of like the Infinity Stones and all that kind of stuff. I mean, they kind of did, as time went on, but, they just referred to it as the blip. Even in Spider-Man Far From Home, the indications seemed to be that people didn't really know what it was that led to half the life half the life on Earth being wiped out. They just know it got wiped out and then it came back, right? So if that's the case, and most of humanity doesn't know what happened, then if mutants pop up, well, there's your reason for why humanity hates mutants, because they believe that mutants were the ones who did it, right? Half the life on the planet basically vanishes, and then suddenly these people with superpowers start popping up. Is an easy scapegoat. So I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of different options you can go with in terms of making this work, in terms of putting this concept to use. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of curious here. Let me know what you guys think about this idea. If you guys are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Raw Report. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. My pre-workout's kicking in. Peace.
Phoenix gets called for the foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
That misses, so he splits the big trail by 3. Still got these 4. And now we have a moment to reveal our state farm.
Still got a person in
here.
You know what that is?
0. Yeah, 0.
The game has been so far with this fourth quarter sure bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our fourth quarter action underway. Gatorade all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lines. On the floor for Portland. They've got Kent Bazemore. Olenek is out there with Cephalosha. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Winslow in the point guard position. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 5 on the basket for Johnson.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
That's good for Winslow for the Trailblazers. Right side's checked in for Cephalosha. McCollum comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Rodney Hood. Sharch is checked in for the Suns. Ricky Rubio comes in for Johnson.
Be sure to follow me on Instagram. There you can hang out with me.
Here's Sharch. Softly drops in the floor.
Boy, what touch. You know, a lot of guys don't have the kind of feel necessary to make the floater.
Here's Lillard. Passes it to Winslow. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Winslow's got 10 points in just the second half.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
He started out again very young and early in the military, but even going back to his early days, he learned. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. There you can hang out with me and talk to me directly. Okay, so normally I would wait until the final issue comes out to basically cover this, but the issue is that the final issue, you should never know, I don't know if it's the final issue of Immortal Hulk, but the arc is going to be double-sized. And given the way this arc ends, I want to devote a video entirely to that one. Like, I want to focus explicitly on that one. We don't really know how it'll look until it comes out, but given what Al Ewing's done so far, I feel like there's going to be a lot going on in that particular comic, because this one ends good. Okay, now, here's the thing. Al Ewing, interestingly enough, Al Ewing actually devotes almost an entire issue to focusing on General Fordian, which is interesting to a degree. I mean, General Fordian, even though he's fleshed out here, isn't explicitly intriguing, because General Fordian doesn't really seem like he's been built up as a guy who's going to sort of go forward and become like a huge villain of the Incredible Hulk, right? Like the next Thunderbolt Ross. That doesn't really seem to be the case. I wouldn't be surprised if Al Ewing tried to push it in that direction, but because of the way things go, it really kind of begs whether or not that's going to happen. But the idea behind General Fordian is that he started out again very young and early in the military, but even going back to his early days, he learned the lesson of what it meant to have order and structure. And so basically, over the course of his life, he's kind of been molded and by his own experiences and formed into a man that values like order and structure above all things. Now, the way this kind of really saw him getting involved with the Incredible Hulk was by virtue of his first experience with the Incredible Hulk just kind of losing his mind, right? And it's kind of intriguing because what you end up having is this scenario where he's basically meeting with Thunderbolt Ross in the middle of a rampage, and what Ross does is actually point to a young girl who's basically lost her home and almost everything she knows because of the Incredible Hulk's rampage. Now, looking at it from the perspective of Thunderbolt Ross, it almost kind of looks like he's sort of like trying to do the right thing, right? Like, you know, that's what I focus on when we're all struggling. Now, the reality behind Thunderbolt Ross is it was always just trying to find a way to contain and control the Incredible Hulk and most likely use him as a weapon. But in the immediate, it was, I'm the arch nemesis of the Hulk, I'm always trying to track him down. Of course, trying to get in the way between him and Betty Ross and things like that. But General Fordian had always kind of been there in the background. When General Thunderbolt Ross appeared to have been killed during the Red Hulk storyline, only for us to basically find out that General Thunderbolt Ross was actually the Red Hulk. This had a huge impact on General Fordian. But the big thing behind this, and really the big implementation that he was really instrumental in doing here, is that where Ross was acting kind of in the public eye, right? Which is to say he was going through using the might of the military and basically turning it on the Incredible Hulk. That was kind of his charter. Fordian was a lot more cloak and dagger in saying that what they needed was a shadow base. A shadow base that could basically jump from one location to the next. Compromise and always kind of operate under the radar and basically kind of be a black book organization, meaning that like if the CIA, if information was ever leaked about Shadow Base with regards to like the Pentagon's involvement, that basically the Pentagon could disavow it and say like we don't know anything about Shadow Base. Like if there's some group out there acting and trying to track down Hulk, that's strictly on them. Like we don't really have any involvement with that. It's a very dangerous game to play, but it does allow a lot of leniency because what it would mean is that Fordian could basically go forward, not bound by any international accords, Geneva conventions or anything like that, not bound by any existing American laws. He would have complete and total, the complete and total ability to operate seemingly with impunity in order to achieve its goal in bringing down the Incredible Hulk. Now, the other thing behind this is that where Rick Jones had basically been kind of dug up from the ground, dug up from his grave, and then taken by Shadow Base for the purpose of being transformed into the new Abomination by wearing basically an Abomination suit. Once Rick Jones was essentially defeated and captured by the forces of Alpha Flight, this led to General Fordian actually teleporting in and then basically taking on the entirety of Alpha Flight, killing Sasquatch, and then bringing back the Abomination suit, which of course in turn bonded itself directly to General Fordian. And so it's not a whole lot in terms of that little prelude there. It kind of explains most of the character of Fordian, but honestly, he never really seemed to be that interesting. Now, the big takeaway from all this is that he killed Sasquatch and he's got the Abomination suit back. And this is where the real meat and potatoes of the story begins to pick up, because what you do is basically join with this kind of loose affiliation between Puck of Alpha Flight, Titania, the Absorbing Man, Crusher Creel, and Doc Samson. It's kind of crazy. It's weird to see Titania back, right? It's weird to see Titania return. For you guys who don't know what she is, Titania was a character who really, she really kind of became like a major player for a short amount of time following the events of Secret Wars, right? The idea behind Titania is that she was basically kind of a frail, smaller woman who wasn't really all that great, and then eventually she was kind of bestowed with powers that gave her basically super strength and different things like that, but also like increased her size and made her a very voluptuous woman. So at one point along the line, she was knocking boots with Crusher Creel, and then that kind of fell to the wayside after a little while, and she's basically been a background character since like the 1980s, essentially. So if you don't know who she is, it's not a great big huge deal. She's not a major contributor to this story. If the time comes in Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk run, where she becomes a lot more prominent and really kind of a necessary character to understand, then we'll do a character explanation on her. But for right now, just kind of consider her sort of a relic of the 1980s era of Marvel Comics storytelling, who's just kind of been holding over ever since. But with regards to General Fordian and Dr. McGowan, of course, being the one that performed the various experiments and the one that kind of bonded the suit to Rick Jones, the Abomination suit, once Fordian comes back, it becomes clear right off the bat that he's not really in a stable mind. Bonding himself to like some suit that they don't really know how it works, they don't really know exactly what the major drawbacks are, and they can kind of get away with that with Rick Jones because he was essentially dead, right? So it was the suit controlling more or less a zombie. Really begins to sort of turn a page for Professor McGowan or Dr. McGowan, kind of looking at him with a bit of a skewed eye and saying, I don't really know if this is a guy that we can trust at the moment. But the guy is still in charge. He seems to still kind of be in his normal frame of mind. We're going to go ahead and go with that. Like, we're going to go ahead and just sort of let things go as they are. Now, another big thing to take away from here is when Bruce Banner's having a conversation with Betty Ross. Now, where Betty Ross is just sort of sitting in a bathroom, keeping an eye on Rick Jones, or out there out in the middle of California, and Betty Ross is using the bathroom, when Bruce Banner tries to get her to answer the door, and she does in her red pixie form, which kudos to you guys. I actually never picked up on that originally. Like when I was going through that, I was like a red. I was like, when was she ever pixie? And then I was like, oh my god, yes, okay, never mind. You guys were right. But the funny thing about this is that when she's having this conversation with Bruce Banner, and he's like, can you turn back into your Betty Ross form? And her response is, no, this is basically who I am now. This is really Al Ewing kind of saying, hey, look, the age of Betty Ross being just Betty Ross and not really being in her pixie form or a Red Hulk form or whatever, those days are basically gone, right? Like, this is who Betty Ross is, and it kind of seems to indicate that for the rest of Al Ewing's run, however long this run goes to last, this is how we will see Betty Ross. This is how we'll see her character portrayed. More often than not, this is how she will look. And it's kind of cool because it sort of flips the status quo on its head, right? Where we're used to seeing Betty Ross in her human form and then only turning into like Red She-Hulk or only turning into her pixie form in some relatively dire situation or if the story calls for it. Instead, this is her normal form going forward, and she'll only really turn back into Betty Ross if it's absolutely necessary. So it's a great little bit of a revelation. It's a cool little moment to see. But in the midst of all this, suddenly you end up having Rick Jones pop up, right? Just kind of like pop up out of nowhere and just say like it's underground, like Shadow Base is underground under Bloom Lake, and it's a cool thing. It's like we're going to lead you there. Now, while all that's going on, you've basically got like this Titania and these guys figuring it out at the same time. Right? So what you have are like two different groups. You've got Incredible Hulk and his group, and then you've got the forces of Titania and her folks figuring it out at the same time. Now, remember, this is not really a sanctioned mission, right? I mean, it's not like Alpha Flight is sanctioned to be here and say, hey man, go out there and take care of Shadow Base. It's one of these things where Shadow Base is a clandestine organization that will never stop hunting the Incredible Hulk and will never stop going after the jobs. Plus, this group kind of has an upper Shadow Base because they killed Sasquatch. So it's one of those things where everybody's kind of got a reason to go after this organization. And what it really shows here, this is the important thing, is that what it really shows here is the nature of collateral damage. That's what it's supposed to be about. You just understand the nature of collateral damage. You can't just go in and do anything you want to. That will make the wrong kind of things. WorldWarZ was for the most part operating in the public eye. At the same time, he was pretty stealthy in terms of what he was doing.